Hello, hello, hello. Man, spring is hard. I don't know if it's hard for you guys, but it is hard for me. Allergies are so rough. So rough. Okay. Excuse me. So, hello. So today, you saw the video title and the picture. But I want to review an Easter gift that I got from my husband, and that is the Modern Witch Tarot Deck by Lisa Sturl. Before getting this deck, I was not familiar with it. I'm also not familiar with Lisa Sturl. So that was exciting. The inside of the box, first off, I like how it comes in like this. See? That's lovely. Lovely. I love the inside. That's really cool. Very of the moment. Very, internet witch aesthetic on social media right now. Which is also some of my complaints about the deck, but we'll get there. Lovely image of the magician. Lovely. I'm a big fan of like Afro puffs. That's such a cool hairstyle. So that's exciting. And of course we always love to see a deck that actually showcases all the skin tones of the world. So it came with this extra card, which I thought was... It's fine. It says, you are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. That's fine. I'm kind of, like, grossed out by overly, like... I don't like, what do you call that? I don't like, things that are too gushy. Like, and I'm a moon in Cancer. But I don't like stuff like that. And I also don't like positive affirmations. Like, that stuff grosses me out. But anyway, that's just me. The inside of the booklet that it came with, it's a hardcover, which is nice. The inside also has that same pattern, which again, I like it. But it just makes me think of like that fake TikTok, Instagram aesthetic witch that I don't like. I swear there are things about this I like. It's not just gonna be a negative video. But yeah, so the book is fine. There's a sweet, nice foreword in it, by the way, which I really loved, where some other person, who I'm not familiar with either, writes a foreword about, how they know Lisa and how she's amazing, and about how the deck is inclusive of people of color and the queer community, which is really nice. They give you, that's a cute intro. Then there's an introduction by Lisa herself, which was fine. And then of course they break down the major arcana. And what I think is interesting and kind of not fair is that when you get to the minor arcana, there's no pictures after that. It's just, oh yeah, and here's the minor arcana. So that was rude. This tarot deck, excuse me, it does include how to read tarot at the back and tells you to do the Wheel of Fortune layout. But I do like that it was a hardcover. That's lovely. Hair is getting crazy because it's growing out on the sides. Anyway, it does still have the pentacles, the wands, the typical names for everything. Here's the back. It's fine. Oh, this I thought was funny. So, the Ten of Swords, right? Yeah. Instead of saying Ten of Swords, it says, everything is fine. That's fine. And she's on her phone. So that was funny, and immediately I was like, oh, okay. Some of the aesthetic choices, I was like, this is a little hipstery. But then I was like, that's cute. That's cute. right? So it is important to note that while there are masculine and feminine portrayals all through this deck, all of the imagery does seem to be of individuals who are biologically female. And I thought that was kind of refreshing and neat to see. The Lovers card, all of it, all portray what appear to be biological female people, and I thought that was really, really neat. Like the king, even the king cards, like the King of Pentacles, female, is, has the typical drawn female eyes with eyelashes, and lip color. So I thought that was really cool. So you can interpret that however you want. These could be, right? These could be trans men. These could be lesbian people. This could be anything. It could be anything. These are just masculine and femme people who appear to be biologically female characters. And they talk about that in the little booklet too. But I think that's really neat. Again, lots of color ranges in people here, and I really like that. I really love the Queen of Pentacles. I think she looks so pretty. Very beautiful. I connect with that imagery a lot just because aesthetically I find it very pleasing. Yeah, the cards are pretty standard. There's not any drawings for or an interpretation of a card that you've never seen before. You know what I mean? Like, it's the typical artwork, just, personal to this deck, if that makes sense. But everything is pretty much how you would expect it to be. Nothing overly fancy. See, here's the king. I love that. The King of Swords. That's awesome. Lovely. So, yes, I did not see anything that just, really took me, though. Oh, now see, this is what I thought was kind of weird. So I was initially so excited because, I saw the Ten of Swords and it said everything is fine. But they actually include an identical card that says Ten of Swords. So why did you even give me this? Why? Give it to me or don't give it to me. So I have to choose which one I want in the deck? I don't know. It's very weird. Very weird. So that was kind of annoying as well. So yes, some of the vibes are a little hipstery to me. A little too 2020, to 2021. When did this come out? I don't even know. But it's a little bit too of the moment for me to appreciate it completely, honestly, this deck. It's not something I would ever pick for myself, ever. I would never buy this deck. But as I said, it was a gift. And I have to be appreciative, right? I do like this one. The Four of Cups. And she's wearing a hoodie that just says, over it. She's over it. But yeah, it's fine. I'm trying to find you a good example of what I meant by, I was like, this is a little too of the moment for me. And I think it's people with side shaves and pompadours and brightly colored hair. And, that's so of the moment. I kind of like my decks to be a little timeless. Also, I kind of have a malaise for current culture anyway, of the past, 15 years. But that's just me. Now, I did like this. There are several instances of people in here wearing fashion that is very much like the 2020s remembering the 90s, which is really what we're doing right now anyway, if you go on the internet, or the 2020s remembering the 80s, which is always the fashion but tweaked. The way we remember the 80s is not really how the 80s were in terms of fashion. And the way we remember the 90s is not how 90s fashion actually was if you were there. But that's how all things go. That's just life. But this is what I meant by that. This is the 2020s remembering the 90s for sure. Very Jawbreaker if you ever saw that movie. And this is a little bit of the 2020s remembering, I feel like the early 2000s, but also some of the 80s. But yeah, as I said, the deck is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing that just blew me away. at all. I didn't think this was crazy. The Tower card, and she's down here impaled on the stone. The Devil, pretty typical. He's actually really not cute and attractive in this, and that kind of upsets me because he looks really fucking busted and ugly. Yeah. Will I read with this deck? Probably not. I hope my husband doesn't watch this video. But I get that some people would really love this deck and could really vibe with it. We have the Hanged One instead of the Hanged Man. So interesting. But yeah, I get that this would be some people's vibe. It's just not mine at all. Yeah, just a little hipstery for me. It's really hipstery for me, honestly. You know. But yeah, I do appreciate some of the imagery. And again, I really appreciate the gender and or just the overall queerness of the deck, we'll say. That's nice. Yeah, see, just a little hipstery. Like, when I see people wearing, like, pencil skirts and, like, floppy hats, I get a little triggered. When I see people wearing, like, skinny jeans with boots, with hats, it's just so hipster. And I don't like hipsters. When I see a saggy beanie, ugh, I don't like it. Like, go full grunge, go full goth, go full punk. Why are we doing this safe, scene kiddish thing? Like, I don't... But that's just me. And I know that's just me. But yeah, the colors are traditional. They're not overly vibrant. They're that, you know, weird color that we're used to seeing, like with the Rider-Waite deck and such. The deck's just okay. That's my overall impression. And again, that's just because of me. I'm sure you'll watch this and be like, I love this. It's cute. Lovely. It's just not for me. I may do readings for clients with this if the client wants it. So if you book a reading with me and you book a tarot reading with me and you want the Modern Witch deck, let me know. I would love to actually get some use out of the deck. So I may wind up regifting it. But yeah, that's my review. A very of the moment tarot deck in terms of art and vibe. It is very 2020s. And if you want that, girl, check it out. Or, you know, another positive, if you do want a very queer deck, they got you. If you want a deck that is full of a vast range of shades of people, check it out. Otherwise, well, thank you for watching. Yeah, I debated on even reviewing this because I knew I would be like, meh. But there you go. Honesty. Thank you so much, and goodbye.